This episode of DockSide TV, we are fishing deep in the marsh off of Lake Pontchartrain using the Kamikaze, Vortex shad, and some other matrix shad colors, catching big specks, big bass, catching nice reds and flounders. Stay tuned for this episode of DockSide TV, and don't miss out on this action right here at Lake Pontchartrain. Show you what we're doing right here. Again, deep water jigging, cast it out towards the grass. Right in the beginning it's going to be shallow, so you can begin your retrieve slightly early. And as you come off the bank more and more, alright, let me see if I can get a little presentation going here without catching a fish, so you can see how we catch these fish. Cast it out. It's going to be shallow in the beginning when you're fishing these deep water canals in the winter. And as you come off that grassy bank, the longer and longer you have to wait to allow that bait to get back down to the bottom. So you're going to pop it immediately right off the right when you cast by the grass. You can just start popping it immediately. And as you come off, after you pop it, you got to pause longer for it to get to the bottom. So you're going from 2 foot to 4 to 8. Next thing you know, you're in 20 foot. And like what I'm doing now is I'm giving it slack so it can get all the way back down. Let me get off the bank a little bit here and show you one more time. We're going to cast it down the grassy edge here. Pretty windy, so boat position has been getting complicated the last few hours. Jig it pretty, you know, pop, 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 rail in your slack, pause, pop, 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 rail in your slack, pause. But then now I'm waiting a while because I just hit that slope. Now it takes a while, it's coming down that edge. So my time between pops or jigs becomes longer. You got to wait longer for it to get to the bottom. This is something very common in the winter. Whenever you find redfish, you deal with a lot of rats, a little 14 to 17 inch redfish. And what they do in the wintertime is they really gang up. When you catch one, you usually catch plenty. Let this one go. This fish is ice cold when I'm holding him. Now what that tells you is that the fish are cold, the water temperature is cold, they're going to be deep. So when you feel a fish and he's cold feeling in the winter, you want to fish deep. In the wintertime, if you grab a fish and he feels relatively warm, you can try some of your more fall and springtime spots. Like I just said, once you find one redfish, you find plenty. Just because you catch a throwback, when you catch a few throwbacks, make sure you throw right back in there because they all hang out together. Look at all of the dots on that fish. Pretty awesome. It's got 6 on this side, 5 or 6 on the other. Beautiful red. Got them piled up right here. Let's try to get back in the nest.
So it's Ty Hibbs. We're going to do some tagging. This is a little fish. This is for Tag Louisiana. All we're doing is putting this little dart tag in them. This is my little tagging device right here. The little dart tag goes into the fish. Doesn't even hurt it really. Just pop it in and another angle or catch it. He'll call in and see where it's caught, see what we're doing with where the fish are migrating to. This is a little small ray. We're going to go ahead and pop a tag into them. We just pull back to set it. And then we can go ahead and release them. And the cool new thing with Tag Louisiana, we actually have an app now. And you can get on there. And I can go ahead right now. I can go ahead and put it in the phone. I can put the capture in, and then somebody else can go. And if they have the app, or they can go online and they catch it one day, they can just go ahead and record that they caught it. And then it's even easier like that. You don't have to sit there and write down stuff anymore. Just go to your phone, download the app, and then keep on tagging fish for us.
That's cool.
Yep.
Alright, well, this is what we're here to catch right now. Louisiana green trout. These are all over the country known as bass, obviously. Most people in Louisiana call these green trout. And it's a great eating fish. Most people throw them back. We're going to let this one go. That's awesome. That's what's so awesome about Louisiana. And while we're fishing this canal, we found it just the other day. You can catch bass, trout, reds, flounder, all in one canal. They're all ganged up together, living together. Only in Louisiana. Alright, here's a good tip. Something you always want to do. Most people neglect this. You want to change your line. I do it almost every 2 weeks. That's a little extreme. I would do it at least once a month. Your line starts getting brittle and frail. Just recently I've started breaking a few more fish off than we normally do. So I decided to change today. So another thing that happens is the line will get a lot of twist in it. Naturally, you know, just line over time gets twisted. It gets like curly-cued, and the straighter the line, the easier it is to detect bites. You can see the line better, and you can feel whenever the bait gets to the bottom better. So good new line makes a lot of difference. Really does. What we like to use is Stren, the original. 17-pound test if we're catching big trout or reds, and we just use 14-pound test if it's little fish. Go ahead and get a new spool on here, and let's get in on some more action. We're going to go ahead and end the show right here. Another episode of DockSide TV. Trout, reds, bass, flounder. One spot, one canal, one bait. Actually 2 baits, the Matrix Shad and the Vortex Shad. Both working great. We're going to get back to fishing here. We're having a ball on the reel. Cajun Slam. Todd's got one right here. Let's see what he's got. That's all Todd does is lose them. Again, check out all our videos at www.DockSideLA.com. The last video we did, same exact scenario, deep canals, grass, wintertime, trout and reds in the last one, trout, reds, flounder, and bass in this one. Don't think you can't catch fish in the winter. One of the best times of the year. Until next time, good fishing.